the changes in the government and the political leadership happened over the last 2 years, even several times. So this does not help us in terms of long-term planning, political relationships, seeing how the activities might be planned and how the political process might move forward. Over the time, the UN peacekeeping mission should reach its full capability, operational capability, and would be even stronger than the current international presence on the ground. And that would give us the reassurances that the projects we are looking at might be implemented not only in Bangui, but elsewhere in Central African Republic. EU might always be pretty fast in announcing how much we are going to spend in terms of the development aid, but the real implementation for that is rather slow. Therefore, the provisions of the trust fund gives us the opportunity to be fast in terms of the decision making in the form of moving forward with implementation phase and bringing the results what are needed in terms of the development very, very fast, or much faster as the traditional development assistance gives us the instrument. Sometimes, once we talk about traditional development assistance projects, it might take up till 6 or even 9 months before the physical arrival of financial means. Here, we are talking about probably 2 months as the maximum. I think there might be a little bit of time, first of all, to give trust fund time to mature, not only follow up on its establishment part, but also to demonstrate that the results are there. The risk is that we might fall into the temptation to have a proliferation of such an instrument everywhere. And that might be a wrong move as well. But one thing is clear, for such a fragile situations as Central African Republic, at the moment I think this is one of the best tools the EU might use. We can't compare the situation of Mali to that extent with the situation in Central African Republic, because the budget support instrument is by far more difficult to be used in such a wide scale, for instance, as we use in Mali, to be replicated in Central African Republic. So that means that in very fragile states, other instruments should be used, and as I said, probably European trust funds might be one of the ways to how the EU will move forward with our development assistance. We are in very delicate phase. I think the EU member states are watching us, international community is watching us, and if the fund will be successful, we hope that actually the scope of the fund, the funding side of the fund, might be increasing. The provisions allow us even to reach out to the private foundations, that it is not only government entities who join the trust fund, but also different big foundations, private foundations, would be welcomed to join this foundation. And we hope that not only Europeans would join, but also Asian countries, American continent might join the trust fund in order to bring the difference. The crisis of last year brought us to the figures and contributions we have today. The point is that Central African Republic today is not anymore on the main pages of the news, and the crisis somehow is escaping the news either in media or written press. Therefore, we might face the situation that Central African Republic might become once again an orphan, because there will be other crises, and they are all over the world right now, demanding even more financial support than Central African Republic. It would be a joint effort of External Action Service, of DEFCO, of the EU institutions, just to highlight that the crisis in Central African Republic is not over,